he should not get it anymore. Yeah, that's
Charge in from Bulba. Quick send back from Stan King, but Forev is already committed into the action. Snake King will be able to surge himself out and around and avoid the trouble. Stan King, that defensive support, continues to hide within those trees and be there the moment in need.
Radiant's
the
middle
problem
tower is
for
under
Team
attack.
Freedom right now is that they have 2 heroes jungling, which is natural, especially if you're pressured in the lane.
Radiant's
You have
top
Troll
tower
and
is under
Storm
attack.
Spirit, who usually go to jungle.
They are leaving the supports to kind of farm the lanes, but these supports are obviously got to be super careful because the opponents they're laning against are very, very strong right now. Looks like CCNC has put himself back in the lane though, up here at the top. Still 0-0 and 0, but that is about to change. It looks like bottom lane. Forev has made his move in, but they counter it already with a static storm. And once CCNC shows up, they make quick work of the Timber Saw.
Oh, they have a pull with a storm.
Yep. And Newbee tried to TP away, but whether he was banking on the pull or not for CCNC, he has it leveled up and ready to go.
Yeah, this is the rotation I was talking about. They just need to make a move on the bottom lane once the static storm is up. Also nice TP from CCNC. Meanwhile, on top lane, what is going on? It's a free lane. Mason having the time of his life, pretty much. Midas almost has armlet. The problem is that the supports on the DC side, you have Spirit Breaker, who is level 4, has a dome ready, so almost level 5. Dazzle with brown boots, level 4. These 2 heroes don't synergize well together and don't scale well. I mean, it's still a Spirit Breaker. With a Spirit Breaker, you want to dominate that early 10 minutes.
Now another move under Forev. They just took him down. Can they do it a second time? He tries to timber back in, but the power is
it's still a Spirit Breaker. With a Spirit Breaker, you want to dominate.
Gang squad is just going full force. This nighttime is just very bloody.
There it is. First.
It's the Bulba Bomb coming in, charging on 4, looking to go for Yawar, and it's going to be successful. They cancel out his TP, they pop out Mason. They're still trying to get a hold of him. Mason is able to charge on forward and get the finish there. CCNC trying to dance around with Bulba a bit, but now has to walk on back. Mason's making chase. Oh my god, can they finish him? Will be able to make it away, but look at this. Abed's made his move from behind. Gets a good catch onto Flea with the coil and should be able to get the finish. Bulba also in a bit of trouble, but look at that. The Grave is able to come out. Stan King wants to fight it forward and will be able to get off the Thunder Strike that will ultimately get the takedown of Bulba. But Bulba died second. He gets some XP for it. I guess the good thing going for Freedom is that Snake King was farming through the top lane and pushing the tier 1.
So this is exactly what DC needed to make a move with Nyx, who is a super farm. And right now Spirit Breaker got his level 6, so Storm should be more careful. The next move Team Freedom should try to make is once Darkseer gets his mech up. Okay, it's already up. Good timing. They should pressure the top tower. It's pretty low.
Looks like they are doing exactly that. Flea takes to the skies up over the trees, moves right in, hits the silence, and Forev going to be going down for a 5th time on his Timber Saw. For a snowbally kind of a hero, he is just not, can't get the snow. It is tough. Everywhere he goes, they just instantly strike.
But this puck is also super farmed. Nice armlet almost finished. I don't think anyone can survive the bomb from Veil, Puck, and
This move, though, as they try to charge in onto Yawar, there is an approach coming in from behind from the Freedom front, and look at this, a move right onto Abed, a vacuum pullback, but it's just off the mark. They still will be able to get the finish onto Abed. The follow-up kill's there, and they're still successful, taking down the 3.
Whoa.
That was close to being a potential disaster. The synergy was there, and they still make it work.
Wow. He pulled them out of the Disruptor ulti. Also, they planted the 2 boards, probably one from Dazzle, one from Spirit Breaker, so they can have a clear vision. If Stanking heard that, these 2 wards will get rewarded with a lot of XP and gold. Plus,
he's got sentries queued up. He just didn't have the money to buy any. Yeah, so I think he does know that, and he'll get some free.
It's gonna really send back DC a lot, because they will not be able to place any orbs for the next couple of minutes, and this is when they should be active.
Yeah, because it's going to be daytime too. That's That's a bad timing window for DC, and look at this. Team Freedom trying to scrape together one possible last pickoff with the remaining moments of this nighttime, but it looks like Mason has the sense and is pulled totally out of this top lane, and then will join inside of Bulba and probably farming through the jungle, avoiding a bit of trouble. Or maybe making a bomb play. There we go. Smoke, get in the backpack of a bed, and let's see what we can set up.
Oh, this center ward on mid doesn't reach the other ward, so it's good for DC.
Uh-oh. Right in. There goes the Veil, there goes the bomb. War tries to man up with the ult, but like you were talking about, there's really no chance of survival when you got that Veil and all that power.
You might consider going for a Manta style this game instead. Just to remove the silence, remove the open wound and nice help from the Light Stealer.
Moving in, Stand King tries to slow them down by drop. Freedom! Punch DC right in the face.
Whoa, I'm getting chills from all these combos Team Freedom is pulling off.
Dang, Snaking just faintly misses the mark on the first one, but gets a huge connection there, and Mason
has no mana.
Running out and trying to make it away from that battle. Has been spotted and being chased down from Flea with the Ion Shell, and as you mentioned, mana not there for Mason, so he has really nowhere to run. Maybe turn in the ball, go to the Golem or something. Can't find anywhere.
Ooh. What a play there. Was that 5-man vacuum or 4-man?
I think it was 4-man. That was crazy, though. They TP'd down there fast. It might have been just a bit too much to make that commitment onto Snake King.
They made a mistake at the start, so they don't make it in the future. I love their tactics.
So what, has Freedom made a mistake yet, or they have yet to make one?
No, they made it. They used the vacuum.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Pull them out of the combo.
That was the warm-up back.
Yeah, that was the warm-up. Trying it out, how things work. There's a full Bloodstone ready on the Storm Spirit. So once they take a fight, probably when the next wall is up and the next Static Storm is well, they're ready. They can actually smoke and try to make a play, just they need to push the lanes, and they have a good Roche lineup with Troll and Vladimir Silvering.
Should they wait till nighttime at least? Or go sooner than that?
Darkness is not ready yet, so maybe they should.
Okay, CCNC, hitting it hard, looking to go for Forev, but can't get it done quite fast enough, and Maya's already thought it out, so rotations coming his way. Bulba's already charging in, and CCNC doesn't seem to know what's going on, but now as Forev shows himself, he makes a harder dive back. You can see the Freedom TPs begin to come in. No overcommitments this time.
This is why I don't like the Timbersaw pick. You have a hero who did nothing in the lane except feeding. Pretty much, you can see by the score. If someone has 0x0, that hero
Radiant's
is
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, you're kind of just hoping that he gets that magic item now or something, or gets to that certain level that just turns on Timbersaw and makes him a hero in the game. But you know, that potential's not quite there, and he's going more versatility pickup as he tries to finish out, you know, the pipe, which, you know, it will help. Some of the magical burst fire coming out from CCNC, and of course the static storm, Stand King and stuff. But yeah, that's not the vicious core Timbersaw that we come to know.
I'm also surprised the Night Stalker didn't finish the urn from his raindrop. It's so good against the Dazzle and the Grave. You just once he uses a Grave, you just use it, and he pretty much dies if he doesn't have sticks or heal coming up.
What has he been opting for instead here? He's just go straight Midas. And already got the drums? Yeah, drums.
Yeah, he got drums. Wants to go for Midas. Good item here would be a Solar Crest to survive the Nikes and the Puck combo. That's one of the options, but he tanked up with drums.
And maybe they just got so many good kills early, and he had like all this money, and it's like, oh, I can get a drums right now and have drums early and be ready for fights.
Snaking sitting on a pipe and mech 1k gold away from Guardian Greaves. Jesus Christ.
He's stacked out of his mind. Pretty much had all that top lane to work with, and then made two big team fight participations. Oh, they spotted him already. That will be an easy kill. That'll be an easy Bloodstone charge for CCNC. Newbee nearby is like, I will not have any part of this. Quickly TP's out. And Mason, who is nearby in the jungle, might have to make an exit here because Freedom are sweeping through. Stan King's already dropping down wards. They've taken high ground positioning here as they make a long approach all the way over and into the mid lane where Snake King is currently standing. They make a hard shot for Mason. Mason, though, is hit with the Grave. Tries to go for a TP, but the Glimpse is going to be there. Now Mason, furious about it, tries to take it out of Stan King. He is able to take down Stan King, man. Mason hits hard. Hides to the catapult, but the catapult gets taken down from the tower, and he's alive and well. He's able to jump back by his for the wall.
They should time their spell for good over, and because he has a good vision and he needs to silence the dazzle. That's why they added the disruptor ulti on Nike, so there's no need. A little bit of misplay there, which costed them just to waste a lot of time and spell. But also good armor toggle by Light Dealer.
And he got so angry at Stan King that he even tried to make that fight happen. He just turned around and beat him down in 3 punches.
He went for Echo Saber build. That's not usually what you see with Nikes, especially when you don't have a hero like Magnus or I would say Invoker. So you put Alacrity on him, so you have that double hit with a cleave.
Yeah.
Maybe just more burst damage. Deso into AC, I guess. A Basher if they want to lock down for a storm.
They found Flea. Flea was moving in, trying to get a hold of that Invis rune. Snake King shows up. They're all spread in. He wants to chop at him a bit with his Ion Shell, but they're moving in hard. He helps out with the pipe. Now the move's there from CCNC, coming from behind him with the vacuum. They quickly take out Bulba. Static Storm going to be dropped, but it doesn't find anyone to lock inside. Forever wants to get into the fight, moving in, trying to slash apart Snake King here. They need a bit more. They will get it. Abed from the back end side moves in and pops out all of the damage to be able to clean things up.
Lifestealer is so tanky, 2k HP. He would have went for damage on the talent tree. It feels like he's tanky enough.
Boy, oh boy.
This troll needs to get back into the game somehow. He's sitting on 9k net worth, but still I don't feel like he's doing that much.
Done a couple of times, but outside of farming, you know, I don't think he was there to participate in the kills. He's there to participate globally with the result, but yeah, it really hasn't been on the positive end of a lot of the action for Freedom for what has been going positively for them. See, it's like they're pinging right on here. Flea trying to rush his way that direction, but CCNC has found a juicier target in Newbee. Moves right in, pulls him back, and Flea will tag him up with a silence just to be safe.
With the Yule Scepter finished on Puck, he can remove the silence from Night Stalker, he can survive longer in the Static Storm. Puck is so hard to kill right now. Okay, good. The Night Stalker switched to that build I was talking about.
Yeah.
Just go get that Solar Crest against the bomb.
Yeah, that's a good call. And no surprise, Stan King, that hard position, 5 position 6 almost.
Jesus Christ, this Nikes is also so
the lords and stuff.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
These guys like Deso done nearly.
Yeah, it is
Deso. Woo. And Mason is huge. I don't know how much kiting power Freedom have. Of course, CCNC has a lot, but for the others, they have to kind of be in the midst of the action and in the scary path of this Mason Lifestealer. And all of that could be set up, of course, by Abed. Plus, you have Forev, though Forev personally has been able to make a huge mark in the game. He can still cause chaos in fights, and Team Freedom could have to deal with them and allow Mason to really just do his own thing.
Team Freedom doesn't want to take a fight before the Orchid is finished, especially for that Nikes, and they have a lot of silences. They need to control the Dazzle in a fight. One of the silences either from Night Stalker or an Orchid, or just pull him so he can't get the Grave off, and he's such an easy target.
Here we go, Abed bomb.
Everyone has their items up, both teams, they want to fight now. Guardian Greaves, Orchid. On the Team Freedom side there's Deso, and you have, what else? What's finished?
For Freedom side?
Dire's middle
yeah, you have
tower
Diffuse one throw.
Yeah. Here's Freedom. They've smoked. They're heading right across their ancient camp. DC are up and over on the opposite side, thinking about their move inside the Roche pit. That they're not there. Freedom are going all the way up and wrap.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
DC now show themselves in the lane.
Did both teams just use
Radiance. Oh, now Dazzle. Yeah, they want to run in. Now there's no Shallow Grave, there's no Dazzle to worry about. They want to see what they get a hold of here. And they spotted out Rev. And Bobo Storm, but they're able to man fight it forward and take out CCNC super fast. Made from to survive. He hides within the end, pops it back out, and is now able to shred apart Freedom. Snake King, wounded and weak, trying to run back and away. CCNC could be back in about 4 seconds time, but this fight seems to be already over and in the favor of the
Fong Storm did die there. He's the only one that should not be focused in a fight because he doesn't have defensive items though. And the only thing they had to lock him down was that Puck silence, and the Nikes just right-clicked him. A few clicks. That's pretty much it.
He died so fast. Now with that, DC are going to be rewarded with their own +1 objective, moving into the Roche pit with the help of that medallion. How hard Mason hits shouldn't take that long at all. And Freedom, though they may be kind of in the neighborhood, they are not going to look to go for any sort of player defense.
That was a fight 4 versus 5. They still managed to lose it. Storm needs a defensive item. He doesn't want to commit to Yule Scepter. Might not be bad against Nikes and Spirit Breaker, plus to remove the silence from Puck. But what he's thinking, maybe even a BKB, not a bad idea. Plate Mail will give him some physical damage resistance against the bomb from Nikes and Puck. But still, they don't have a save hero on the Team Freedom side.
Yeah, once someone gets kind of focused, there's not much to be able to bail them out. And Freedom, though, crawling their way through the bottom lane. They find an opportunity to make a quick jump play and take out the Dazzle. Recharge going to be earned for CCNC, but Bulba sets up an opportunity for him counter charging into action. Now CNC is going to be left with very little to no mana to work with. Pop the pipe, Snake King, Flea and company all try to go for a run, but Abed's on the chase. They're going to be forcing out a Static Storm to try to zone them and keep them off. And it looks like it might be just enough to allow Freedom to escape, but these ults committed defensively to make it out is certainly not the best feeling for Freedom. That was all just for a Dazzle pickoff on the bottom.
Yeah, once again, I don't know if Dubu is doing that purposely, or they can still take a fight if they commit, waste a lot of mana, especially on Storm, and he's a low level, so he gets back into the game pretty much in 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and they still have a tier 1 tower on bottom, so maybe that's what they wanted to do. So he can just TP on the bottom, and they reset the fight with him. Or you can say that he just fed a kill with it.
A lot of people were saying like Pi and how he feeds and stuff like that is very similar to that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the a good side of it.
Yeah, and there is. Like some of these supports, they're just so underfarmed and so malnourished. They'll come back into the game so fast that it might end up working better by baiting out an early feed like that one. Here comes Digital Chaos sieging into the high ground, the first high ground push of this grand final. Take it into the morning to pick up the first grind. Back in. And he wants to man fight a bit. There's going to be the coil committed plus the troll ulti. Trying to hide within the coil, but then frantically move about, and finally they put the war. And he doesn't back otherwise. CNC dances in and out a bit, but already low on the mana. Mason's going to be happy to move back in. Go to work on this tier 3. He's still even holds it and just onto CC, and they hit him with silence. He's going to be forced to deny, but he has no buyback, so down for third. Noir's back in action right now, but it's just looking disastrous for Freedom. This is looking all DC all day, moving in, forcing Flea back inside their fountain. It looks like they found an opportunity to make a move on the Bulba and take him out of the fight, but Mason is still working with the objective at hand. 2 more attacks should be able to take out the Rax. The first one, Forev will pay the price for it. He gets off to deny at the end too. Very nice.
This is the best way to, let's call it slow siege, especially when your Nikes is that farm and you have Aegis, especially like with Echo Saber. So you just go right click a few times, use rage once it lasts, I don't know, 6 seconds. When it's on 3 seconds left, you just go back, repeat it. So Team Freedom needs to take the fight, or you're just gonna lose your ass.
Now Freedom back, able to themselves out from the base again. Now down 8 charges and cool down Bloodstone, but it is nighttime. Go for one last little bit of action as he jumps up to the mid lane. Abed is able to get off the shift. Can they finish him off? No, the Grave comes off, get the Dazzle bounce him, all focused on that. Another counterfight opportunity for DC. Send Abed back in the way. They get the coil on this. He goes to the TP and he will be able to make it out, but the mid lane is going to be and he will not be as good. He goes down, Abed picks up one, securing a kit for himself, and now possibly the tier 2 tower.
Storm just wants to skip the creeps so they don't have anything to push the wave. Already a charge committed.
Over here.
TP jump.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He's gone.
Still Aegis on the life stealer.
Yep, jump in. There's that life stealer. Oh, shots onto Yawar. He gets silenced, but he's able to go back, tag Shrine. Now he wants to go back in and find it out, but they're not quite getting their targets. They're waiting. They try you and the wall, but make it back outside. Oh, that is a hard spell to commit now for your defense. DC just straight up walk back and away, satisfied with their winnings. Because they took down that tier 3, this means that they can now get more money secured by finishing the shrines.
There is not a single kiting item on the side of Team Freedom yet. You need to have one against SC. Has one queued up. But he doesn't want to fight. Back if they focus him. But they needed it. This fight and the previous one just remove the focus from the fight.
They have that coil spawn to snake. Let's get put the set. Boba wants to charge in. Looks like Snake King's gonna be fine. Shrugs off gank. Thanks to his team. And gets it back. I mean, you make a good point. A lot of these mobility items would be very useful to try to kite away Mason, but we got to give credit to Abed. He's been laying down some sick coils and allowing Mason to be right inside the fight. Difficult for Freedom to even step away, but it is going to be something to deal with here. Mason now has a double damage rune as he ascends into the mid lane. Oh my god, look at the damage on this tower.
That's AC test, so
something from CCNC. This is a straight up jump. He's not looking to TV back to the and puts all his focus onto Mason. Is Ray back to the field. Even get down that Aegis. No! They turn back onto CCNC and they will be able to finish him off. He's forced to buy back as the final hurrah for Freedom for game number 1. DC could back out now, make the safe play, and really have a leverage in this game, but it's still that to the play. Freedom are inspiration at this point. After repositioning, it looked like not going to be able to get anything from it. A straight throw is in for 1 in the grand final. It's going to belong to
they got so much lead that they move it all the way. They try to focus